Hi, good afternoon all. Well, the preseason is here, folks. The preseason's here. So now we're going to walk into this season and with expectations. This is the first time I think I can safely say that the majority of the Buffalo Sabres fan base is walking in with expectations of playoffs and who knows what after that. So there's expectation this year, which I think we're going to fulfill. I do. I think the Sabres are going to fulfill a lot of expectation this year. I tell you what, guys, when it comes to the preseason, I don't worry, believe it or not, and I think it's important to win in preseason. I don't want to say I don't. I do. My biggest concern is no injuries. That's the only thing, because there's going to be some fierce competition out there because guys are trying to cut the team. Every team we play, there's young players that want to cut the team. So they're going to be given 110%, a lot of these young guys on other teams. So as the season approaches, I just say embrace these games, guys. Embrace them. Let's have some fun with them. We'll talk about them. My usual intros will show up, guys, just so you know, for the regular season, not for these games, okay? So I am all pumped, of course, for any kind of Sabres hockey. I'm glad it's here, guys. It was a hard pill to swallow. I know at the end of the year there was a lot of hurt Buffalo fans, a lot of frustrated Buffalo fans, and a lot of hopeful Buffalo fans still, and a lot of appreciative Buffalo fans at the end of the year. I think it's safe to say we felt a mixture of all those emotions. You know, when the season closed out, we came so damn close. When I found a lot of Buffalo fans were guilty of writing them off too soon. You never write off a team till the math says it's done, especially a young team. So this year, guys, it's going to be a challenge, you know, to repeat what we did and build upon it. It's going to be a challenge, but I think when you have the talent and the roster pieces that we're going to have this year, I just don't see how we can't, really, unless we get bombarded with injuries, is the only thing I think that can hold back this team. So, guys, I want to show you a clip. We're going to look at the players that will be in today's game, okay? Here we go. Okay, the forwards: Benson, Byro, Sitterquist, Greenway, Jost, Kozak, Krebs, Kulik, Peterka, Rosen, Rusick, Sligert, and the ever-reliable Linus Weisbach is back again with us in another preseason. Defensemen: Bryson, Clegg, Davies, Johnson, Metza, Novikov, Stillman. And goalies: Comrie and the ever-reliable Hauser and Tokarski are back. Yes, Tokarski's back in the Sabres organization, in case you didn't know. So these are the guys that will represent the blue and gold today, and we will see what they bring to the ice. I would look out, guys. Really look out in this order, okay? This is the order I believe that I think will really impress. Benson, number 1. Kulik, number 2. Rosen, number 3. Tied with Johnson, number 4. I think in that order, I think we're going to really be impressed with Benson in this preseason. Guys, I'm not writing him off to cut the squad. I'm just not going to. I won't. Now, Granato did say, okay, he didn't say Comrie's going to be the starter. He's going to be the starter, guys. Comrie will be the starter. And then either Hauser or Tokarski will get the third period. Okay? That's how that's going to work. And they're talking here phase 2 for Kulik and Rosen. I would also, you know, I know that they're not talking about Benson and Johnson, but my goodness, you know, not as much as maybe they should. I know all eyes are on Kulik and Rosen. I think Kulik's cutting the squad, so I've kind of already penciled him in. But I do think Benson's an outsider that can sneak in this lineup this year. I know how young he is, guys. I get how small he is, I know. But I think The hustle's there, the talent's there, the desire's there, everything is there. And the odds are they probably will let him play one more year before he becomes a pro. Downstairs, he'll be in the queue for one more year, I'm guessing. And after that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how they can hold him back 2 years from becoming a pro. I can't see it. It's too much of a high end to this kid. So Rosen also, could he cut the team? Yes. Yeah, he could. He could cut the team. But his numbers last year in the AHL dictate he won't. That's what I'm going by, okay? I think Rosen's probably going to need another year. I don't think he's as a high end as Benson. And I think also Ryan Johnson's going to cut the team as well. I think we might as well stack up the blue line, guys. Johnson's at the age. He can jump in there now. You know, he's not 19 or anything. You know, when you're a few years older than a teenager and you're that age where he's at, you know, it's he could jump in is what I'm saying. I think he will, actually. He might maybe start the season in Rochester. He might. And we might see how he looks. Because one thing about Adams, he doesn't rush anything. Levi was an exception because Levi's exceptional. And we know it. I think most Sabres fans have warmed up to the idea he doesn't need to play in the AHL. But at this point, I think most of you guys know. For some of you that doubt it, I would be open-minded to at least the first few months of the season. And if Levi looks comfortable in nets, guys, it's done. In my opinion, it's done already. I can't see Levi ever wearing the Amerks jersey. I just can't see it. So I'd have to see it happen to believe it, you know. And that would discourage me because I've been a believer that Levi was going to jump into, you guys know it, I've been saying it for years, he's going to just jump into the league, this guy. And I believe that about Johnson. I do. Johnson is physically ready, so's Kulik. These guys are ready physically, so don't hold them back. Get them in our lineup. And stop with this love affair for Patrick Kane. We don't want to eat up a roster spot, guys, on the team. I was looking at some stuff online today, and I'm seeing, you know, Maple Leaf fans saying how crazy it would be if we got Patrick Kane. No, we don't want Patrick Kane. We don't. You know, we don't want, first of all, we don't want his issues. I'll just say it. We don't want his issues. And he's too old for this team. He's too old, and the truth is he's starting to fall off the cliff, guys, with his career, and we don't want to take him in his washed-up years. Where was he when we needed him, when we were suffering? I didn't see him talking about playing in Buffalo back then, so no. You know, as for the other rumor, and yes, I'll call them rumors, okay, guys? Rumors are things. Go look up on the encyclopedia what the word rumor means, okay? Rumor is something that just is discussed that is just hasn't happened, and there's no proof it will. That's all that is. I don't know, guys, the Zegras thing. I don't know. How much would it cost, you know? We got to be really careful. One thing for sure, Benson, no. I would say Savoy, no. Rosen, possible. Kulik, no. So my guess, they'd be looking at Oslin. You know, I don't even want to go into a trade idea right now. Oslin, UPL, they would have to take a contract off our hands, and they're trying not to pay one. So I don't know how we can make it work, getting this guy and paying him a bunch of money. I just don't see how the math would work, you know. Would I be excited for it? Sure. But at the same time, I know what after I see some of these guys play and I see what team we're icing early in the year, the whole idea is just so... we're not in desperation mode no more, guys. What we are is in phase 2 mode, you know? The rebuild now is, I would say it's complete, okay? But we just have to tweak it a bit to make sure we have the right chemistry in that dressing room. Make sure that we have the right goalie with Levi, and then we're good to go. We're good to go. It's a young team. I mean, You know, getting another star on the team would never hurt, though. I will say that. So I'm right in the middle with it. You know, I'm on the fence is, I guess, the right word. I'm on the fence with the whole Zegras idea. It's going to be interesting to see, though, because every time Buffalo gets their, you know, their name brought into something, the other team panics and has to like figure out something soon, because it opens, you know, Pandora's box to the whole league calling, and oh my goodness. So let's see today, guys. Let's see what the boys do. You know, this is especially for you young fans saying, well, where's all our players? Hey, it's early in preseason, okay? The first 3-4 games, you're not going to see many of our, you'll see some in some games play, and that's it. You'll see the majority of our team basically in the last game or two of preseason. That's when we'll see the majority, because the cuts will be done and stuff. So, all right, guys, done. I've blabbed enough. I'm pumped. I'm hyped. Let's go Buffalo. See you in the postgame.